Hi, I'm John, and today I'm going to be talking about kind of where I've been for the past evidently 46 or 47 days. I haven't recorded any video, and there's been some good reasons why. I kind of had to recalibrate my life a little bit, and the reason why is because my mother passed away uh, not too long ago, and I don't think, really dealt with it, and that meant time to really kind of be quiet and not have much to say. And you have to think about it. You know, when your parents die, and she was the last of either my parents or in-laws that were left, and it kind of brings things into a certain circle, and you have to kind of deal with it. So we've also had other relatives pass away on my wife's side of the family too. Two of them just very recently and almost right together. So uh, nice people and all of them. And I just really had to deal with that. So it's one of those things where you go, well, I don't really care about any of this stuff that I'm doing on YouTube. It's just a hobby. And I still have to do work and things like that, but you kind of have to step back and say, I'm not that interested in this. I think I'm finally getting back to a point where I want to start doing my Linux reviews on different distributions, going down the list of all these different distributions. For a while there, I just couldn't have cared less, and you could understand why. There's just been a lot of things that I've seen lately that I haven't been too pleased about. Number one, I wanted to do some things, but I just didn't have it in me to do it. So I think I'm almost back there. But some other things I wanted to talk about too, briefly. I appreciate all of you who subscribe to the channel. If I can talk right this morning, and really do appreciate your feedback and comments. We get some discussion going, and if we don't agree, that's fine. I don't care. You have a right to your opinions and things like that. And I've learned a lot from people who have shared different comments and things. And I really appreciate that, especially when it comes to Linux, that type of thing. I was queued up to do SUSE Linux. Is that how you say it? Or SUSE Linux, whatever. Really nice distribution and everything like that. But I lost interest in it almost instantly when a lot of different things were happening personally. So I think I'm probably ready to get back up on the horse on it, and I'll start doing them, and we'll start looking at them. How's that? One of the other things too that lately, I've been looking at some YouTube stuff and social media and that type of thing. I don't really do social media, but I constantly get things on my phone that Google wants me to subscribe to or add an account to TikTok. And I'm not going to do anything like that. TikTok is not a good thing. Not saying it's not interesting, but for me, it's not good. I don't do Facebook. I don't do any of those social medias. I don't want them spying on me, and I'm not interested in that. There's some other members of my family. They also got off those things. It's not really worth it. If you really want to send pictures to somebody, just get your relative's email and send it to them. I mean, you don't have to have all the other stuff that's in social media that is pushing stuff at you, listening to you, and all that. Really a negative. So, and YouTube lately has been about as boring as it can get. Once again, I'm coming back to the fact that I like videos that are probably under 1,000 views, regardless of what it is. I think it's just much more interesting. I think it's common people talking about just regular things. You know, I think that YouTube has gotten to a point that it's become so cookie cutter, and all the videos seem to be the same, and you're looking for something interesting. I mean, people want, I think, reality, real reality. They don't really like overproduced stuff just so somebody can make a living on YouTube. I don't think that's great. So uh, today is April 8th, which is the um, eclipse day that everybody's been talking about, either on the news or on social media. I couldn't care less about the eclipse. I've seen eclipses before. I find it not I mean, it's interesting in one sense, is that the moon is exactly the size of the sun at that distance in order to block it out completely, and you see the solar corona. I think that's by design. I don't think that's by accident. Um, things were set up a certain way, and I don't think you can ignore all the different coincidences that are in science, um, that aren't really coincidences at all. I think they're design. So there's my 2 cents on that. I just don't really care. The moon can cross the sun and all that kind of stuff, and I couldn't care less. So I guess this video is just saying I've been gone for a while, and for those of you who subscribe, I appreciate it. I really do. But I've been gone for a while, and I haven't been doing my Linux thing. And some of you may be going, I wonder what happened to that Joe, that guy. He hasn't posted anything. Well, that's why. Just a lot of personal stuff. And then just being busy with all that and just regular life. There's so many things going on that, you just put this at the back of your mind and just don't care. It's a hobby. Hobbies can come and go, and they can flow in and out. Not unlike this beach, you have a surge, and boy, it comes in and you're really interested in things, and then things draw back. Life's like that, So anyway, I thought I would just do a quick video just to talk about that. Yeah, I'm still here, and I'm going to continue to go through these Linux distributions, and I'm going to talk about some other things too. I'm not just going to limit myself to that. I'm not sure that anything I have to say is that earth-shattering or anything like that, but I like just to have a conversation with people. One of the things I would like to do, though, is interview people that are just regular people. If one of the things I want to get set up is, I could do it now, but have people call in, and I just want to interview regular people that just have normal lives. They have interesting stories, and probably more interesting than a lot of celebs and things like that, who I couldn't get to talk to me anyway. But once again, I'm looking for those kind of those lonely places, those out-of-the-way places that I think bring the most interest, at least to me, and maybe they will to you then as well. And that's all I'm thinking. But winter's over here in Minnesota, and it feels good that it's over, even though we had almost no snow this year. In the Twin Cities area, maybe we had a few inches for a few days, but I only got my snowblower out once. So life was very easy this last winter, and now it's over, and we're just on the upswing. Although it has kind of screwed up with my seasonal understanding. When there's not much snow on the ground, you go, what month is it? You really don't know. And so for those of you who live up in the northern climates, we had a pretty easy winter here, at least in Minnesota. I know relatives in Nebraska had more snow than we did, which is unusual, very unusual. So we've never seen anything like this, neither my wife or I, in all our years. And to not have snow and not have to mess with that snowblower was great. I'm not kidding. We also took a trip recently, and my wife and I went to Arizona, and it was great to be around Sedona, and just a beautiful area. And, when you're out and around, you just see a lot of different things. And perspective on life's changing, and it continues to change. The only constant is change, and we have to deal with those things. But it's nice to see that people live really full and interesting lives out there, and they're not the people that you expect, or not people that are pushed at you every day on media. It's these people who are just doing their regular lives. Interesting people. I got to get more of a flavor as to what that is and how I can actually integrate that into the channel as well. I want to talk to people who live common lives, regular lives. It's far more interesting, I think, than celebrity stuff. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and thanks for sticking with me. I'll be back with some Linux stuff. I don't know if I'll, I had SUSE Linux queued up, and I probably will do that. Is it OpenSUSE or SUSE? Whatever. You get the idea. So that's probably the next one because I really liked it. But who knows? We'll do whatever. Anyway, you have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.